Good morning, everyone. All I can say to you is well done, really well done, because this is the last assembly before half term, and that's you, your parents, and your teachers, we've made it. You have been so utterly brilliant in adapting to a new kind of learning. And in 2020, in such a changing world, where things move so fast, where messages flash across the world in seconds, it is precisely the kind of mind that we all need if we are to flourish. The kind of mind, as you have shown, that can readily learn something, but then unlearn it and relearn it. You have embraced a new way of learning. You may at times have been frustrated. I'm sure you miss the camaraderie of sitting in a classroom. But you have nevertheless stuck with it, and I am so impressed with you. And arguably, it is the sign of a good education. Not only that you're learning things, important and useful though that is, but also that you can be adaptable and flexible in your approach. The students of 2020 will always be remembered as the ones that embraced these challenges. As a school community, we have worked together and supported each other as never before. And I want to thank all of you parents. As headmaster, I don't forget for a moment that without you, we would not be here. And without you, there would be no Hampton Court House. I thank you all for your words of support, your kindnesses, even as you yourselves have been experiencing your own profound challenges. And for the teachers and all the admin and support staff that I work with at Hampton Court House, I thank each and every one of you. You'll remember we met together just before the lockdown when I endeavoured to paint a picture of the crisis, the scale of the challenge, and that if we are to survive this period, it will be a matter of all hands to the pumps, with each one of us going above and beyond. And my goodness, you've done that. And I know that all of you teachers have been working into the night, preparing lessons, marking, and then diving into the next day's Zoom lessons. This has been the most demanding period of your professional lives, but my goodness, you have been wonderful. And so we've done it. We've made it until half term. Except we haven't. Half term does not begin until we've managed successfully to get to the end of today. And here, you have to make a decision as to what kind of person you are. Are you someone who nears the end of a task and thinks, well, I've more or less done it now, and then ease off? Or are you one in life who finishes well? I think you must have all seen this, whether it's an athlete in sight of the finishing tape and you've seen them ease up only to be overtaken at the last moment by another competitor. Yesterday I spoke about the beauty of chess, and those of you who are chess players will know that one of the hardest things to do is to win the one game. You may well have a winning position, but you cannot, even for a moment, ease up or lose your concentration, because otherwise the game can be lost. And this is why I urge you, despite the immense efforts you have made these past weeks, and the efforts you have made to be on time for your Zoom lessons and your one-to-one meetings, the huge efforts you have made in your independent work and in submitting your work online, despite all of that, to continue for just another 7 hours. Please ensure that each and every lesson today you have the same focus and that you work hard right through to 4 p.m. And then step back with well-deserved pride at a job well done. And my goodness, you must rest next week. Recharge. Try to get close to nature. If you have a garden, water the soil, run your hands through it. Take time to examine every bush and shrub, to listen to the birds, and try so far as you can not to be in front of a screen for too long on any given day. What a remarkable first half term it's been. one in which I think we have all learned new things about ourselves and about each other. Do continue to follow the government's advice carefully at this time. As you may have seen, there is some gradual easing of restrictions, but these restrictions have by no means been lifted, and therefore it's essential that you continue to wash your hands, to maintain social distancing with others, and indeed that we all continue to work together in order to control the virus. We are not out of the woods, not just yet. Over half-term, we are continuing with our plans for a partial reopening for our youngest pupils up to and including Year 1. And I know many of you parents have been in touch with Rachel already, but if there are any more questions about this, please, of course, get in touch with us. In this respect, I've been chatting with head teachers in the Far East, Hong Kong, Singapore, in order to learn from them about some of the challenges of returning gradually to school after a lockdown. And again, here, there has been such a generous collaborative sharing of ideas and information. What a wonderful world we are sometimes, where people are so kind, generous and helpful. And I know that this is the world that we all want to build. And finally, you may remember that 4 weeks ago I gave an assembly on Ramadan. Well, this weekend is Eid, that's to say the end of the holy month of Ramadan and the fasting period for our Muslim students and families. And to all of you, I say Eid Mubarak to you and to your loved ones. Work hard today, everyone, and I send you and your families all my love and my very best wishes. Look after yourselves and, of course, each other.